organic chemistry, cations and anions are also named by special method. What is special method means? So cation is also called basic radical. Basic radical. Whereas anion is called acidic radical or simply acid radical. Acid radical. But what is meaning of radical? Radical means remaining part or counterpart. Remaining part or counterpart. Counterpart or remaining part. Counterpart or remaining part. Counterpart or remaining part. Counterpart or remaining part is called radical. But what is meaning of remaining? Remaining means acid is called H plus ion donor. Base is called OH minus ion donor. So removal of H plus ion, remaining is called acid radical. Removal of OH minus ion, remaining is called basic radical. For example, I will take HCl is acid. So this is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Now it is made up of two parts, H plus and Cl minus. So remaining part means eliminate the H plus ion. So eliminate H plus ion from the Cl minus, remaining is chloride. So elimination of H plus, removal of H plus, Cl minus. This is called acid radical. Means counterpart obtained from acid. Counterpart obtained from acid is called acid radical. Name. What is name? Name is just IDE spelling ending. IDE spelling ending. Parent is called chlorine. Chlorine spelling INE. Now eliminate. INE. Eliminate by IDE. The full name? Chloride. Full name? Chloride. But this rule is correct only for the binary acid. Binary acid. Bi. Two. One of them hydrogen. Second one is non-metal. So removal of hydrogen, remaining is called radical. That radical name is ending with IDE. Ending IDE. Chlorine, chloride. Bromine, bromide. Iodine, iodide. Fluorine, fluoride. Oxygen, oxide. Nitrogen, nitride. So this method only for the element made up of two. That is two elements, hydrogen and non-metal. But if we take ternary acid, ternary, ter means 3 by 2, ter 3. So now let us take ternary acid, HNO3. What is the name? HNO3? Nitric acid, spelling NiTric. Nitric acid, NiTric, nitric acid is oxo acid, also called ternary acid. Now, in the nitric acid, made up of H plus and NO3 minus, elimination of H plus. So, elimination of H plus ion, remaining part NO3 minus is called acid radical. But acid radical is category. that is called negative ion obtained from the corresponding acid is called acid radical. Name important one. What is name for this compound? It's a very simple one. The simple method for naming is called just ic acid in the spelling. Ic acid spelling is replaced by ATE. ATE. So here it becomes plus ATE. Then full name for this anion is called nitrate ion. That means ic acid the parent, the corresponding radical is called ATE ending. If ic acid replaced by ATE, nitrate ion. Now, second example, HNO2. What's the name? HNO2 name? Nitrous acid. Nitrous acid. So name is called nitrous acid. Name is called nitrous acid. Okay. Radical. Radical is called elimination of H plus. So eliminate H plus and remaining part is called first name nitrous acid. NO2 minus. NO2 minus. Okay. So NO2 minus. What's name for NO2 minus? Category is called acid radical. Because anion is called acid radical. But name is called very simple one. The simple method is called us acid in the spelling. Us acid in the spelling. OUS acid. Cut. Cut this spelling, add new word. What's new word? ITE. 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 Therefore, full name is called nitrite. This rule is consistent, entire chemistry, not only here. So now this name is called nitrite ion. Nitrite ion. Okay, clear now? Three names: IDE, ATE, ITE. IDE ending for the radicals obtained from hydrogen acids or hydride acid or binary acid. ATE obtained from ic acid. IT obtained from us acid. Us acid, OES, nitrous. But one exception is there. One exception is there. This rule consistent for all acids, but in case of sulfuric acid, what's formula? H2SO4. Sulfuric acid formula H2SO4. Let us take H2SO4. H2SO4. Sulfuric acid. Name first. Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. Okay. Now, there are two H plus ions are there. Very important one. Two H plus ions are there. Number of H plus ions is equal to number of radicals. Number of H plus ions equal to number of radicals. Previous example only one H plus. One radical. One H plus. One radical. But there are two H plus ions are there. Therefore, how many radicals formation? Two radical formation. Step by step. First to eliminate one H plus ion. First eliminate only one H plus ion. Now let us check. Eliminate only one H plus. Remove only one H plus. Therefore remaining counterpart is HSO4 minus. HSO4 minus. Okay. What we said previously, ic acid in the spelling replaced by ATE. Ic acid replaced by ATE. Same. ATE. Sulfu plus ATE. Sulfurate. So, rule is called same only. Nothing but elimination of sulfuric acid. uric acid. Uric acid replaced by ATE. Tell me now full name. Sulfate. Sulf plus 8 is equal to sulfate. So it is just for the basis of the ic acid rule only. Sulfuric, it is called generally sulfuric. What happens is sulfurate. Sulfurate. But the sulfurate is very lengthy name. Shortcut into sulfate. Ending spelling compulsory. 8. 8. That's why it is sulfate correct as well as sulfurate also correct. Sulfate correct, sulfurate also correct. Just replacing the ic acid also correct. But more frequently using as a sulfate, 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 sulfate. But 1 minute. There is one more hydrogen. One more hydrogen. Therefore, prefix before hydrogen is there. That is why the full name for this compound, this ion is called hydrogen. Hydrogen sulfate. Hydrogen sulfate. Not simply sulfate. Hydrogen sulfate. Hydrogen sulfate is called IUPAC system. IUPAC system. One more name is there. In idea? One more name for HSO4 minus. In idea? HSO4 minus. One more name is there. HSO4 minus. Bisulfate. One more name is called bisulfate. Bi. Bisulfate. Bi. Bisulfate. But bisulfate is not a IUPAC name. It is a common name. It is a common name. But when question is given, what is name of HSO4 minus? We can use any one. That is called hydrogen sulfate, correct one. As well as bisulfate, correct one. Suppose the question given, what is name of HSO4 minus in IUPAC system? Then only follow hydrogen sulfate. If nothing is given, just only HSO4 minus, so we can use two names. That is common system as well as IUPAC system. That is hydrogen sulfate and also bisulfate. This rule only for the 2 or more number of H plus ions present. Okay. Now remove this H plus also. Second anion. Second anion, removal of H plus ion. SO4. 2 minus. No prefix. No prefix. Only SO4 means no hydrogen. Therefore, now it is called simply sulfate. Simply sulfate is called IUPAC name as well as common name sulfate. But here the difference of IUPAC and common name. Sulfate. SO4 is called sulfate. Now you want example, you try yourself what is common name, IUPAC name, same model. Same model. Okay. One more example, you try. H2CO3. I'll give parent name. Parent name is called carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. And two anions are, one anion, removal of one H plus ion, formula is HCO3 minus. And the second ion is called CO3 minus 2. Tell me now, HCO3 minus two names are hydrogen carbonate as well as bicarbonate. Right. So, two names are hydrogen carbonate. Hydrogen carbonate. Ending spelling important. Ending spelling is called ATE. Just replacing ic acid by ATE. Prefix is hydrogen. Therefore, hydrogen sulfate. Hydrogen carbonate. Second name. Second name is Second name is bicarbonate. Bicarbonate. Bi. Bicarbonate. 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 Which is the EPAC system? First one, hydrogen carbonate. Just bicarbonate is common system. Next, last one, single name. What is single name? Carbonate. Because no prefix. No prefix. Carbonate. So just it is a carbonate. Carbonate. Clear? Now write one definition, one condition. One condition. Condition. The anion obtained from corresponding acid. The anion obtained from corresponding acid by the removal of H plus ion. By the removal of H plus ion is called acid radical. Acid radical. Acid radical. And it is named as just like IDE or ATE or ITE. Named as IDE or ATE or ITE bracket from binary acid. This is from ic acid. This is from ic acid. This is from us acid. From us acid. Named as dash IDE, means parent name and IDE. Parent name and ATE. Parent name and ATE. From ic acid and from us acid. Okay. So once more, acid radical defined as the anion obtained from corresponding acid by the removal of H plus ion is called acid radical. But only removal of one H plus ion. Suppose there are two H plus ions present, there are two radicals. One is called hydrogen containing radical, one is without H. With H is called hydrogen prefix. Hydrogen prefix. Next name of the compound. If no H present, just only ATE or ITE without H. With H prefix, hydrogen. Without H prefix, not there. Just only name ITE or ATE. From parent name, carbonic acid, carbonate, sulfuric acid, sulfate, nitric acid, nitrate. This role for only acids. Now come to base. Base different one. This or now write base radical. Basic radical. Basic radical. The cation obtained from basic radical. Cation obtained from corresponding base, right, by the removal of OH minus ions completely. That is very important, not one by one. By the removal of OH minus ions completely. The cation obtained from corresponding base by the removal of OH minus ends completely. Now look here. So I will take first base example, sodium hydroxide. Formula NaOH. Next example, magnesium hydroxide. Mg OH twice. Next example, aluminum hydroxide. Al OH thrice. Any hydroxide, all OH ions are removed, not one by one. In case of acids, this is one by one, sequential. But in case of basic radicals, complete elimination of OH minus. So first split up NaOH into plus minus. Na plus OH minus. Eliminate OH minus is equal to, is called basic radical. Basic radical. Category basic radical. Name very simple. Direct parent name only. Direct parent name only. No change. Direct parent name. Parent name is sodium. Sodium only. Parent name sodium. Sodium only. Or sodium ion. Sodium ion Na plus. Okay. Next, magnesium hydroxide. What is basic radical? Mg 2 plus. Why? Removal of 2 hydroxides. Removal of 2 hydroxides is equal to Mg 2 plus. Name same. Magnesium ion. Basic radical category. Name is called magnesium ion. Magnesium ion. Next one. Removal of 3 hydroxides. Therefore, charge becomes Al plus 3. Name same. There is no condition for basic radicals. Same parent. Same parent. Aluminum ion. Same parent, aluminum ion. Okay. But one exception is there. I will take now iron. Iron, 2 methods are there. FeOH twice. FeOH thrice. Same metal. What is same metal? Fe. Same copper also. For one example. That means whenever same element having 2 types of compounds or 2 type bases, the common name ferrous hydroxide, ferric hydroxide. This is name ferrous hydroxide. Ferrous hydroxide. This name ferric hydroxide. But this is also important one. Why first one is called ferrous